Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at a Beastmen versus Greenskin matchup. And so I'm going to be playing the Beastmen, and I'm going to bring Morghur here. I'm going to have this Lore of Beasts shaman, and this time I only have Flock of Doom, which is important. And I'm going to bring a Gorbol, just because you can't have a Beastmen army without a Gorbol. It's not allowed, it's against the laws of Warhammer. And so you're going to see me. I'm deployed way back here in the back, just to let Morghur's stuff get ready. So I have a main line here of the dual-wielding Gore Herd, the higher attack version of the ones with shields. And in the middle here I have some best Gores. Amazing looking units. Not an actually very good unit. As you're going to see here in this fight. On each side here I have a Ungor Spear and a Centaur with great weapons. I'm going to either want these against Boar Boy Biggins, and then not in a straight up fight, or the Black Orcs. Here I have two Ungor Raiders, because I figured there'd be some sort of large unit on the field. And here I have a Gore Herd in the back, in case... Well, I figured that a Ragnarok Spider would summon some in there. And then I'd be able to pounce on them with the Gore Herd. Morghur here is all decked out. And so is the Gorbol. He actually doesn't have any of the clickable abilities just because I'm horrible at managing that. So I need to spend my money elsewhere. Here I'm sending these guys to scout. He has two Biggins. He has a Biggin on this flank and an Orc Boy, and then two Orc Boys here on this flank. He has a core of these Night Goblins ranked all the way up. They must be the Regiment of Renown. I actually can't see them right now, so there's just a gap in his line. And then he has two of these Black Orcs who are going to put a stomping on my best Gores. He has a Giant here. He has a Orc Shaman with... I don't remember what spells he uses this battle, but he has an Orc Shaman. He also has a Goblin Shaman. Where are you? Here he is. And he has an Orc War Boss on a board. In the back he has the Rusty Airs, and he's got two of these Orc Boar Boy Biggins, one of which is in that flank, in that forest, and I actually never even noticed it's there until the after game. So anyways, here, I'm finally moving up, now that I'm all charged with Morghur. And I'm actually going to bring these Centaur in here for a little bit of a make him attack me kind of attack. So I'm going to pull through my own units, and these guys have the great weapons, and so they're going to be great against armor. And so I'm going to send them at one of the biggest threats to me on the field, which is this Black Orc. So I'm going to charge him straight off. He's going to send in his Rusty Airs, but I'm going to get a good charge off here. I probably should have left them in a second longer, just to make sure I got all the charge damage, but see, I'm going to pull out. It's very little damage actually done to my Centaurs, a little bit. But definitely worth chipping some health off that Black Orc. Yeah, and I'm going to pull these guys back. I'm actually going to bring them around here and charge these Orc Boys here in a second. I'm just trying to get some extra damage in as I can. I got a little cocky when I saw he moved his Orc Boy, Boar Boy Biggin over here, and I didn't even think that he might have another one hidden away. Here, you're going to see another charge. But I'm actually going to take some considerable damage here on that one. And it's probably not worth it with such a low-cost unit like a Orc Boy. So I'm going to bring these guys around, and I'm going to start clicking some charges here. Right across the board. I'm going to send these Ungor Spear after these Biggins, and I'm going to follow up later with the Centaurs. Here, you're going to see I'm going to get a charge free on these Black Orcs. They're trying to get these Bestigor. And I'm going to get the charge here on these. This is the thing that's happened to me a lot, and so it's something you really have to watch out for, is making sure you're getting the right charges. Here you can see I'm going to flank around. I really should have used these Centaurs here to go after these guys, but I didn't think they'd be that much of a threat. I'm going to forget about Gorbol here for a second, because I'm trying to summon some Chaos Spawn behind the lines. My Ungor Spear and my Ungor Raiders here are going to start opening fire, dealing considerable damage here already. But here, my Orc Boys, these Orc Boys destroy my Gore Herd because of the There We Go cast on them by the Orc Shaman. And so I really didn't think that was possible. But here, you can see already my best Gore Herd, they didn't get charged. But yet again, they still got utterly destroyed by the guys, the Blackworks. Here you can see this side was going better for me though. Morghur here is going to be fine in this fight. And you can see my Chaos Spawn came up behind and routed them. You can see he's done a good job of catching my range units and has kept this giant alive longer than it should. Here I'm finally going to catch these Rusty Airs. I'm going to win here on this flank because of that rear charge I did with these Centaurs, and I'm going to bring these guys in. You can see again, I did my trademark. He has an extra unit on the field. I have a mage. It's not armored. It's not a very strong unit, and so my mage here can hold up this unit and prevent that unit from coming around and getting flanking charges on some of my mainline engagements here. I'm still casting Flock of Doom every now and then. Here you can see it's looking less good on this side, but I do have some of my routing units came back, and here I'm starting to, I've trapped these Boar Boy Biggins here against my spears, and they have the support of the Centaurs. I'm trying to click my summon more Chaos Spawn, but it's not really working. This unit definitely looks like it's below 20%, but where I need to be is like somewhere over here, potentially. And so I kept thinking that I could click these guys, but really I needed to be over near here, the main center of the body. But that's fine. My Gorbel here being mismicroed, standing uselessly in the middle. He is buffing, I think, the guys around him though, so that's something. Here, my Ungor Raiders are going to come, they're going to rout, but they're going to come back and turn around and start killing these guys. He's going to send his Blackworks here after Morghur, and so he'll also send his War Boss, but the Encourage Aura will no longer be on these Blackworks, and so we'll be able to clean them up relatively easily. You can see my Centaurs here going after the Shaman, my Raiders here opening fire. Morghur here is in a bit of trouble. He's got a lot of heroes and a lot of power here, but I think he can survive. He's a very, very tanky lord. Here you can see my Chaos Spawn getting ready to switch targets. So here, I think eventually, I'm going to use these Centaurs to crack these guys, finish them off, and then I'm going to bring them around here, and I'm also going to bring Gorbel in to help. And there's going to be this rear charge here from these Orc Boar Boy Biggins, and I'm going to start to charge them, but then I think otherwise I have a better use for these Orcs. They're going to join my endless horde, and you're going to see them disappear and be replaced by Chaos Spawn. And you can see finally this is wrapped up, and with the rear charge there, this is going to break the morale of the hero core. And that's going to be that. I really like the Beastmen in this patch. Morghur is an amazing lord. He's super tanky. He really fills up their roster in a way that I didn't like. Like the other lords are just so weak. Maybe if you could have brought like a Gorbel, they would have been more competitive. But I think with him at the head, they are definitely going to be, more viable. So, good kills here on this Ungor Spearman. Decent kills here on this line. This line did not do as good as I thought it would have against the Greenskins. Again, just the Black Orcs, unable to deal with them really. Just luck and through throwing mass amounts of numbers here at them. 120 kills here on this Centaur. Great work here. Only one Chevron though, so didn't kill anything too important. The Bray Shaman did a good job just holding up some of the reserves, casting Flock of Doom on the Blackworks, which helped take them down even a peg further. Yeah, see, great kills, 107, 122. Good kills on this Giant, even though I was shooting it from the very beginning. Good kills on this Orc Boar Boy. Presumably it charged in while I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see it again in the replay, which is Sad. But yeah, and then surprisingly good kills here on this Orc Boy. 2 ranks up. AP Loonies always do good because they never break, and these big uns doing just fine. Surprisingly well for having Chaos spawn behind them, and routing off the field pretty early. And this Hero Blob, definitely good use of the Orc Shaman, good use. I didn't know if he cast any spells with the Night Goblin Shaman. Generally, at least in the previous versions, I haven't really liked bringing 2 mages, but um, with the removal of potions for heroes, those spots are no longer worth as much as they used to be, and so bringing 2 mages can actually be a decent way of picking your spells, and it can provide some interesting combinations, like what I was trying in maybe in a previous video, where I bring a Jade Wizard and a Light Wizard, and use them kind of as a hero sniping blob. Anyways, thanks for watching, and that's that.